Okay, right. Hopefully this is all working. Ugh, I hate this process. What was I doing? Think it's working? Yeah, that's working. Okay, so I'm going to try, if I can remember all the fucking buttons, to rebuild the bike trailer map, and hopefully my dog doesn't. He really gets confused when I start talking to my desk. Completely understandable. Right, okay, so first we're going to... I haven't used this program since I was on the boat. This is how... It's been quite a few months now. So, S shift Y. Okay. Yeah, this isn't accurate. I'm just... trying to remember how to do things. Okay. It's a bit long. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Keep pressing function instead of control on the Lenovo keyboard. It's pissing me off. I need to change the buttons around, because that is really annoying. I'm used to having the control button right at the far end, and I don't. So, yeah, nothing special there. Just trying to remember all the keys. Say Z 90 tabbing mode S X. Whoops, wrong button. G Y. D G X. Again, this is not the frame of my bike. I'm just rebuilding the file that I lost because, well, I lost it. Okay. Shift D, G Y, nope, G Y. I keep fucking doing that. So it's not completely correct, but hey. Okay, so Shift D to duplicate it, and then Control V. If you're a Blender user, tell me how this isn't easier than the new version that they've got running, which is just a pile of crap for arrogant assholes who want to make themselves feel more superior to everyone else. Because I will happily listen to your bullshit. Oh no, I won't. I'm good. Clicked on two items and I'm in edit mode. That doesn't work. Okay. Whoops. Z. Tabbing edit mode. A. Select all. GX. Go along the X-axis. So this is basically the frame. The wheels are missing, but who cares? So yeah, I took all the top bit off. I haven't got those files anymore. I've lost all those files. I had the original stuff. You'd have to look on the YouTube timeline if you're watching this video from, like, you find it on the home screen, which it would be shocking since the home screen just normally has nothing called trash. But basically I've modified the frames, so instead of the back bit that came up there, which I'm just going to, well, of course it's not fucking set up, is it? I don't have a number pad because it's Lenovo. Okay, so if you assume that that's orthographic, it had the, you can't even see the fucking mouse on this, it's fucking annoying. Right, fuck it, I know what I'll do. Okay, so the original bike frame, bloop, 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 that'll do, fuck it. Okay, so the original bike frame was pretty much this is the side-on view. So you had basically this kind of setup for the side-on view. I'm changing that because what was happening was I was getting an area that had no airflow. So what I'm going to do instead is have, oh shit, I'm doing a brilliant fucking job here. So instead I'm just going to have a basic compartment like that and store stuff in here like items. Of course that would be the middle bit in between the two wheels, but so yeah, that basically like storage that can be pulled out, and then I'm going to have some lightweight tent that goes on top for Doggo, and maybe some framework for opening up a much bigger tent, because I do have like a car boot tent. Sounds really weird. It's a tent that goes on the boot of a car. It's crap, it's from Aldi's, it's not waterproof, but I can throw a tarp over it. I don't really like them, I'd rather just have a basic tarp next to a fire. Plus I don't really use much heat. I mean, I was perfectly happy in a boat whilst it was freezing during winter, so much better than this bloody council flat anyway. So yeah, so that's basically the framework that I'm looking to do. Okay, and okay, oops, Control R. The fuck did I just do there? That's the wrong one. Okay, so this is gonna be so fucking crude. I don't care. Whoops. Okay, that's fucking booked. There we go. See, so much quicker than the new version of Blender. Whoops. Y. Shift D. Y. Again, this is not accurate at all. Shift D. Y. And that comes up there. Set. Oops. Okay, I'll just leave it as that. So yeah, Shift A, mesh plane, and solidify. Okay, so My edit mode. Control Z. Not function Z, you yes fucking thing. Right, so basically I'm gonna remove that bloody bit. Faces. Shift D, Z. So yeah, basically something like this. Not caps lock. Fill. So yeah, pretty simple design. Yeah, pretty much like that. Not A, Z. So yeah. Oh, God almighty. This is what's commonly called winging it. And pressing the wrong buttons as well. So yeah, E button again. Shift A, whoops, Shift A, mesh. Fuck it, I'll do it that way. I hate when it does that. I press the wrong bloody button. Control R. Whoops. So yeah, I know it looks grotty as hell, but this is the idea that I'm going with for the main frame. So like each section here, oof, no. So each section here, well not this section here obviously because the wheel's in the way, but each section here will be a compartment, and of course there'll be a compartment in the middle as well. Do you know what? That doesn't help. So yeah, this section and this section, basically in between here, in between these 2 points, will be a compartment where I can store things. Heavier stuff in the axle in the front here, obviously, and this will go on the trike. Light stuff at the back, and this sort of like frame bit here. And what I'm thinking is in the middle bit, if I shift S to move the cursor to selected, and shift out, shift A, cylinder, rotate X, no, sorry, tab, rotate Y-axis 90 degrees, and scale down minus the X-axis, and GZ. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Control Z. Which button is it? There you go. Modifier mirror. And tell me how long it's been going for. 15, not too bad. Okay, so face select. Dirty derp. GY, no, ZX, you fucking lemon. And so I'm just going to do this freehand because I'm a rebel. Rotate, E, rotate, E, rotate, E, rotate, E, Z. Yeah, I know, it looks terrible. This would obviously be a hell of a lot thinner. Oops, clipping. Okay. Point select A, C, Z, C, G, Z. So you think about it like that. 3D cursor. Say X. Yay, it's working. So basically, this would be like a. How do I explain this? Let's turn that on for a second. So this would be like a framework, which would probably be on the inside of the wheels, or it might be on the outside of the wheels. I don't know yet. But what I'm going to do is, if I Shift D this, G Y, you have to think Shift D G Y of this as sort of like tent fabric. So when I cover these ends, it basically comes down sort of like that in a way. Size may vary. But yeah, something like that. So I've got secure storage in there, but I've got like fabric, fair fabric kind of like framing, and maybe some gentle cage bit around here and like a back cage bit or something. So there's like a section for the dog, and there's a section for the dog over this side, and there's like, I don't know, lightweight stuff on this side maybe. I don't know. But that's kind of the idea I was thinking of going with. I mean, I don't know. Maybe an easier way of doing it. I'm going to do a video about painting the frame up. I've got to do some repair work on it. Now it's getting a lot cooler, I can do it. I couldn't do anything in this horrible, nasty heat. It's just, you know, flies and sweat and dirt and dust. And, you know, living underneath an airport and next to a main road. It's just filthy living in towns and cities in England. Plus the fact that, you know, I've got a dog. I like to take him out at like 2 o'clock in the morning when it's nice and cool, instead of in the middle of the day when there's loads of idiots walking around looking at their phone wondering why they've just been bitten. So yeah, this is basically the idea I'm going with. Nothing special, nothing grand, just a simple way of storing things, and then maybe have, if I want to get like more, if I want to get like more technical, what I can do I hate the fact the cylinders are so bloody huge. Whoops. Okay. So basically I can have poles that are like locked down, and then maybe just rotate them up. And I can have like a hammock type thing that's bolted onto this. So it's like you know, I can build up from this basically. That's the idea anyway. So yeah, that's the update to the trailer. Again, plans may vary, but yeah. Of course, it was missing some wheels, but anyway, that's the idea. Again, anybody want to give me 2 cents, as long as it's not any back in my day shit, and you're doing it wrong, and then not explaining why I'm doing it wrong. Please feel free to point out any sort of like possible things. I do understand that this whole framework from the wheels to the pin need to be measured out a certain way. I've got somebody else dealing with that. He has built many trailers. All those trailers, they look like busted up shit, but they drive really well. So yeah, the guy knows what he's doing, and I kind of know what I'm doing. So yeah, I would love to like know if anybody's like done anything similar to this, or is thinking about doing something similar to this, and they've got different research out there. They want to add, like maybe let me know the research that they've found regarding this kind of stuff. Yeah, but hopefully I'll have this trailer and I'll be able to do some biking with it and go look at some boats, because train fares are bloody expensive, and the last thing I want to do is be stuck on a train for 2 to 6 hours surrounded by dirty, sweaty people in suits. So yeah, that's an update on the trailer.